Hey, welcome back guys. This is Cruising the World with Jackie, and today we're camping. And so we've got a couple things. We're going to tell you about a camper crash, and then I'm going to do a review of the campground we're in right now. So let me give you a little backstory. We bought this 24-foot motorhome back in April, beginning of April. Middle of April we took it down to Chinkatink, KOA, and I have a review under the camping videos of that. And then a few weeks later, the end of April, beginning of May, we went to Myrtle Beach and we stayed in Myrtle Beach State Park. I got a review of that. But we had to come home because it's an older motorhome, of course, and it had to be inspected. Now, we live in a resort area, and it took us a while to get an inspection. So it was the beginning. We left, I'm trying to get the time frame right. We left Myrtle Beach the first week in May, and I believe the inspection was the second week of May. And we took it. We kind of knew there would be issues. Let's just say that we thought the person we bought it from was a little bit of a fibber. I'm saying that nice. But we worked down the price so where we thought we had like a $3,000 cushion, so that if anything major was wrong, we would still be able to fix it and it would be within our budget. So we take it to get inspected. They call us and they give us a list of a whole bunch of things. It actually was more than $3,000, but it wasn't that much more. We said, no, go fix it, because, you know, we kind of we thought we'd have some. And then we were just going by. We figured he had one more day. We just went by and we saw our camper. And I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to insert the picture of what we saw that day. Okay, so you've seen it. So what we were told is that he was done the inspection. They pulled it out into the parking lot. They have a crazy parking lot. It's like a maze. People are parked everywhere. It's a nightmare. And somebody moved the dumpster, and he didn't see it, and he backed right into it. And as you can see, he had it right around the one awning post. It went through. It was a mess. So we didn't report on this earlier because we wanted to see how all this played out. He was very honest about it and what happened. He didn't blame it on a customer back into it, and he didn't do it. They were very upfront about this is what happened. So they sent it to get fixed. Now, I'm going to put the pictures of what it looks like now. As you can see, it looks great. You know, we got a new awning post out of it because that was damaged, and when it hit the other one. So it's two new awning posts. They matched it. The biggest thing was why it took so long is that we have those stripes running through it, and they can really match it. And it's not a perfect match today because it's a new one, and I'll turn around and show you what I'm talking about. The sun is so bright. Hold on. So those stripes, I'm hoping you can see it. It's very, very bright out here. So those stripes, you know, are faded. Right there you can see it's faded. So he had to get this turquoise one to match. And he did a good job, but it did take a while. So at the end of the day, we're very happy with it. The gentleman was extremely honest. He did all the work for our parts only, so we saved a lot of money. So we are happy. The only thing we weren't happy with is that it took, you know, I had blown up. It took a while to get done. But other than that, we are very happy. So I'll be back and I'll give you the review of campground we're at. Hi guys, this is Jackie with Cruising the World with Jackie. So welcome back. If you're new, please like and subscribe. It really helps a tiny little channel out. If you're not, welcome back. Today we're talking about camping. So this channel talks about camping, cruises, any travel really. We have a boat. We are retired, so we go to Florida in the winter. So it includes a lot of stuff. So today's topic is camping. So we're about ready to go on our next cruise, which is MSC Divina. If you're a cruising person, look forward to those in a few weeks. But today's camping. About a week and a half ago, we went up into Delaware. We're in Maryland, so it wasn't a big trip. And I'll kind of explain that. You're going to see two things on this video. First of all, there was a motorhome accident. I'll leave it at that. I tell the story, but we didn't have our camper for a while, so this was the first time we had our camper back from the repair shop for a while. So we just wanted a short trip to a shakedown cruise to make sure everything was okay, and it was. But so that'll be the first part of the video. And then the second part is a review on Deep Branch Campground, which is in Milton, Delaware, which is really close to the beaches. So let me give you that information, and then stay tuned for the crash and all the other information. So this is not far from our house. We live in Ocean City, Maryland. Milton is near Rehoboth and Lewes, which is about an hour away. But we needed something just to make sure that they hadn't screwed anything up when it was in the repair shop, which they hadn't. So all of the beach, I really wanted to go to one particular state park up there, Cape Happelin. I'm sure I'm screwing that name up. But anyway, that's in Lewis. I really want to go there. It was booked solid. Everything was booked solid. It's August by the beach. But we found Deep Branch Campground. And it was about 10 to 15 minutes from the beaches, 10 to about Lewis, and probably 15 to Rehoboth. Really, if you're not staying on the beach and you got to get in your car, what difference does it make if you go 5 minutes or 15? I don't think it makes a big difference. It's a lovely campground. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I would say 95% of the lots are seasonal, and they only have about, I think I say in the video, I think it's 10 in and out slots. It advertises itself as a family Christian campground. Now, I'm spiritual. I don't know if I'm that religious anymore. I was at some point, but there wasn't any impact if you're not religious. As long as you're not going to party hardy there, you would be fine. The only thing I saw two things that were different. One, I had seen before about alcohol. It basically said it was discouraged, and please, if you do it in your unit. Actually, when I went to Myrtle Beach State Park, they made me sign off that we had no alcohol at all, inside or out. So that's not, I mean, I've seen that before. The other thing is, and I can't remember the wording exactly, but it was something like respectful swimwear, no thongs or anything at the pool. Not a problem for a 60-year-old woman, but just an FYI. They were the only two things. The people there were very nice. There are a couple sites that could be cleaned up a little bit, and I don't mean that they were trashy or anything. They had a lot of stuff going on. But most of the campsites looked very nice. The Wi-Fi is, they have Wi-Fi, they'll tell you, but we could never get it to work. It always said that we could not connect to the IP address. When I looked that up, it basically meant that there were too many people connected. Not a big problem for us. We hot spotted. There's no cable, and there is no sewer, but the honey wagon, I think that's what it's called, comes by. I'll put a picture up here. Comes by Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to pump you out for free. They also have a dump station. I think they do that because the people who are there permanently, some of them have park models and really big campers, and they don't have anything to tow them. They haven't been moved for years. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you just have to let them know the day before that you need a pump out. Or like us, well, we did it Monday and Wednesday. And then we could use the dump station on the way out, which was fine. We stayed there a week. It's very cheap. It's very reasonable. It was the same price as the state park I was trying to get into, about $35 a night. Really reasonable. So a little over $200 for the week. It was a very pleasant experience. If you're looking for someplace quiet, it was really, really quiet. It was a great place. You know, if it wasn't so close to our house, we'd go back again, but we live close. But if you're looking someplace by Rehoboth or Lewes, I would check this place out. Videos to follow. Enjoy. Thank you. Like and subscribe. So here we are, and this campground is pretty unusual. Well, maybe not so unusual, but most of the campers are here. They're seasonal, so you know, you can see this guy over here's got permanent stuff. They have permanent stuff. There's only I think, from what I could tell on the map, and I'll put the map at the bottom or at the back of this, there's only probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 temporary sites like us. We're here for a week, so there we are. This was extremely cheap. It was cheaper than the state park in this area. This is a resort area of Delaware, Milton, close to Rehoboth and Lewes. So, I mean, it's not a bad site at all. Look, it's fairly big. It's from that post to about 3 feet over from where we're at. Now, of course, we have a little rig, so maybe it's kind of hard to tell. But it's got a fire pit and a table. Looks like they're replacing the tables because the table behind us, which they're in and out too, they're from Arizona, is a nice plastic one, not like the wooden. And you can see over there they've got a new one too. So I think they're maybe slowly changing those. All right, so I'll take you for a little walk up here. So up here is the pool, and it looks like it has an adult pool and a kiddie pool. They have this great big pavilion up here. I should say this is owned by a pastor who has a very big church across the way. Like they share like a private road. It's a very big church. So I don't know. You know, if the church owns this too or not, but it said it was owned by pastor, and sorry, I forget the man's name. And they do say that it's a Christian family camp. The only thing that I could see that was different was that it has a chapel where they have services. Like this person has a really nice park model and an A-frame next to it. I don't. Maybe there's some kind of park host. They have this great big field. Anyway, the only thing I could see differently is they asked you to dress modestly at the pool. No thongs, string bikinis, that kind of stuff. I can't remember the exact wording, but that's basically what it meant. And they also discourage alcohol use, but as long as you're at your campsite and you're not loud or obnoxious, that was fine. Which is interesting because if you watch my Myrtle Beach state park that we went to in May, I actually had to sign off that we wouldn't drink alcohol at all. So that is interesting. So this is a nice big empty field. They have volleyball here, and then they have all this area. Now, we're seniors. Our kids are long gone, long grown, but this would be, when my kids were little, man, to send them out here with a ball to kick around, throw around, get some energy off them, that would be great. And like they got this big pavilion up here, which they must have activities. We're the 15th or 16th of August at this point. They have a few cabins that I'll show you, and I will attach the video of the bathrooms. Now, I'm going to take some pictures of the store, unless there's nobody in there. Really isn't a store from what I would call it. It had very little things in there, but I'll take some pictures and I'll attach them. We're coming up to the pool area and this pavilion area. This is a plain pool. People up there are enjoying it, so I don't want to get too close in video. But it has a kiddie pool right there, and then the bigger pool there. Okay, so this looks like maybe they have music there. And maybe even, you know, do some barbecues and stuff out here. It's a big pavilion. I don't know if we're really able to capture how big it is on film, but it's really big. Then over here is some playground equipment. And tell you what, you know, we were in a Jellystone, and I actually have that one in Chinkatink, and the price was pretty expensive per night, and they didn't have as nice a playground. Look, they got big play sets for bigger ones, little ones, probably medium-sized ones, and then real tiny ones over there, like the play school ones. So that's really nice. I actually made a comment in my Chinkatink video about, you know, this playground's good if you're 6 or below, but this, I think kids would play up to it till 10, maybe even a little older with this one over here. Very nice. And they got that tetherball. I saw teenagers actually doing that last night. I think that's what it's called, tetherball. So they have a little firewood place here. Not a lot of firewood, but stacks you can buy. I bought some on the way in at a little somebody's. I'm thinking this is the Park Coast. They have a big place. Maybe not, but here's the gates. So they live on outside the gate. So that's what I was thinking. They probably are. Then they have some cabins here. I think they have some cabins at the other end too. But they kind of look standard, like you would see at a KOA or anywhere else. Paul's Place. They have apostles' names. This is Paul's. I saw one before was Matthew. They look different sizes too, because this one looks like that, and then if you see that one, looks like it was that size, and then they added on to it. So they might be different inside. I'm gonna walk down. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a laundry room and the bathhouse. I'm gonna take you down to the bathhouse and see if I can record in there. I couldn't this morning because there were people in there when I went. So, privacy reasons, of course, I'm not gonna film while somebody's using the bathroom. Oh look, Here it looks like there might be a temporary spot too, because there's nobody here. Unless that belongs to this person, which it might. They might have all the way through. Some of them are bigger than others. Hello. I was just checking out. Get it all done at one time.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, here's the ladies' room. The toilet size. Nothing surprising here. And back here's the showers. This is probably a handicapped one. So it has one curtain and then two curtains for some privacy. Not the best ones I've ever seen, but not the worst ones either. They've just been cleaned. The floor is a little wet. I'm treading carefully. It's fairly big for a big campground. A lot of these people are seasonal, so I bet they don't even use the bathtub. Okay. Not the best I've ever seen, but not the worst by any stretch. So when I went to in the laundry room, they were cleaning it. Or they came in right behind me, so I didn't want to disturb them. They have 4 washers, 4 dryers, $1.50 each. So it was fairly big, and a table in the middle. So I've been to some campgrounds that were bigger than this that didn't have that many. So that was pretty nice.